Hey, today I'm going to show you how to do Lotus and avoid knee pain. We're going to go a little bit into the anatomy, and I give you 3 exercises you can do to make sure you get the correct alignment for your hip and knee. All right, let's go. Hey, welcome to your journey to Lotus. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do if you want to learn Lotus is you have to do this after a yoga class. So warm up your legs anyway. Literally, you can do any workout or a class, but I'm going to link one here. And then you're going to meet me back again, right? The other thing is, I would like you to listen to a 2-minute lecture. I'm going to really keep it short. But this is important. So to understand Lotus, you need to understand the movement of the knee. The knee does fold, the knee does slide when it locks. It slides and then it locks. And like it glides and rolls a little bit, but it does not do a twist movement. There's a slight rotation in the locking, but when you bend it, it shouldn't be twisted. So when you are in a situation of a tight hip, which is, I'm going to say 90% of all the people, then when you sit on the floor, the external rotation goes this way. So your knee is pointing this way, right? Now you have to see wherever that is your knee is, that is the way that your femur is pointing. Now, if now you pull that other part of the leg up and over, do you see what I'm doing with the knee? I am twisting it because I'm forcing it to move in a way that it's not designed to do. So what do we need to work on? On the external rotation on the hip, right? And then there is a slight stretchy thing, mobility that is required in your ankle ligaments, which is only going to come over time. Don't even think about complaining. And there is always going to be a little bit discomfort in your knee if you do come in with knee pain, chronic knee pain that you have from former activities or injuries. So that was already the lecture part, right? So what I'm going to show you is ways to target the muscle groups that are around the knee and the hip to make sure you get the right movement. So technically the first one, check out please. I have like a homework for Lotus as a prep video that is really effective. You can do that too, but I'm going to show you a little bit different ones now, just to mix it up. Technically, this is not a external rotation, but this will definitely help you to get into this posture is Virasana. So here, open your knees as much as you need to. That's not a problem at all. And then you go back and lay back in this. And this can be literally 10 minutes if you feel good, that you can just chill here for a while, okay? This is going to relax some tension between your hip and your knee joint and quads, and it will make it easier to use, let's say, create some space around those 2 joints, right? Less tightness is always good. Okay, let's imagine you've been laying here for 10 minutes. Just press pause on the video if you are doing it with the video. I'm going to give you 2 other postures that have really helped me into Lotus. And they're actually, one is another very classical posture. It's Ardha Padma, Pashimottanasana. So Padma is Lotus, right? So the half Lotus, if you have knee pain, you should do this posture this way. figure four position. So you have a four shape from your legs, grabbing your foot and try and lengthen. So what you need is you need to lengthen out of the hip and pull forward from the spine. And you're going to get a very nice myofascial massage on your thigh. That's okay. Just breathe. You're going to feel stretch here, and you're going to feel the stretch on the bent leg side. And eventually you can relax the head down. Only this is no trouble for you at all. You can go into half lotus, but then I would think that you don't have a problem with lotus. But just saying, then you would go into half lotus, grab from behind and stretch forward this way, right? And just really try to find a relaxation response. There's a moment where you like just start to exhale, like almost like a sigh. That means your parasympathetic nervous system is starting to activate, and you start to chill. So really good. Wait for that sigh. Okay. Other side. Right bent. So again, this is really, like for me, very intense massage on quads. Keep the belly in. This is good for Lotus too. It stretches the backside, which we don't technically need, but you will feel a difference whether you do this posture or not. And again, if that is for knee pain people, that is the front. And if it's for no pain, you can try this way. It's also, every day is different. So I often have a lot of knee pain. Switch is mostly right. And sometimes I can't lay my knee on the floor, right? So if I stretch forward and keep the knee just relaxed and not push into it, and I wait for that sigh, the knee releases down. Now, if I were to like push it down or push with the hand, that's when we would be in that twisting movement again. That is when it's going to hurt more afterwards, right? So let's not do that. Okay, and then the third thing is I am showing as well in the Lotus prep video, but since it's so effective, let's just do it again. All my students who come to me telling me that they can't do Lotus, they can, like almost all of them, can do it in my class. Why? Because I warm up the legs appropriately, but then also I do this. And this is changing the game for most people, okay? So you come into a half lotus. If you are here, it's not going to happen today, right? But if you can do a half lotus, then just go for it. And then bring the foot, the other foot, touching the shin, but not anywhere further. And then you're just going to lay forward. Relax into the right hip. And wait for that relaxation response. If you don't get this exhaling sigh feeling, most likely your nervous system still is stressed. Okay, then you need to just wait a little longer. Whenever you are there, you're going to keep that weight in the right elbow. So all my weight is in the right elbow. I'm just pulling it away from my left knee. And now I grab my right foot with the hand and just bring that foot up. So I'm not doing anything with my knee. I am just moving the foot over. I'm already leaning in this way, so it's the same position from my hip. So when I come up, this doesn't hurt. Now, if it would hurt, maybe you have some liquid, maybe you have an acute inflammation, then maybe you back off today, okay? Usually it shouldn't hurt. And usually this should have been way easier than usual because you've been moving with weight shift, right? Very effective. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more option. The shoulder stand option, if this one didn't work. But first we're going to do the other side. If you have trouble with the knees, shake them after, okay? Good, other side. So also important, if you want to move into half lotus, it's really good to turn the foot, the sole of the foot up, and think heel touching the abdomen. If it's not doing that, that's a different story, but you want to try and think it the right way, okay? Good, and then you bring that left foot right touching the shin, and then don't force anything. Go slow. Move with your breath and move with your knee, okay? Wherever there's a pain, just back off a little bit and try again after a moment or two, okay? Good. Relax into this. Obviously, you can do pigeon as a warm-up, any kind of anchor to knee, Padmasana, which is butterfly for non-Sanskrit people. Any external rotation, like this movement with the leg, will prepare, right? Okay, again, sorry, elbow is on the floor. Take the foot and bring it up. Don't even think of your knee, just bring the weight into your elbow. It should be much easier than usual, right? Okay, good. So you should always try both sides. Even sometimes you have a pain in one knee, you will discover one side goes really well. Okay, now I'll show you what I meant in the homework prep video about taking the pressure of the floor away. So it's kind of, we're using a little bit gravity instead of what we just did. We were using weight shift. And if we do Lotus upside down, we are using that the floor is not pushing us, right? And that is very releasing for the hip and then for the knee as well. Okay, so you're just gonna go up as you're used to do. You're gonna bend your left knee and bring the foot, if that is hard for you to balance, maybe you're just gonna have to take it with one hand. Bring the foot close to the abdomen. Like I said, heel goes to the abdomen. Sole of the foot goes towards the belly. And now when you are taking the other foot with that right foot with the right hand, you just lift up, because now you're using the left leg to not fall over. Push it up to the sky, and that is, or the ceiling, and that is how you can easily bring that foot to over the left thigh. So if I have a lot of knee pain, let's say after a long distance flight or so, I can always still do Lotus this way, because it doesn't require that much opening, and it's even with liquid inside the tissue, it will work easier. Okay, let's do the right side.
So again, same thing. If you cannot hold your weight on your shoulders, you got to use your one hand to support. And again, counterbalance with the right leg now to like just lift up to hold the balance. Bring the foot in and bring it into the abdomen. All right. And then arm straight is Ardha Padmasana or upside down lotus. Right? And then you can do many variations from here. Straighten the lotus up or bring it all the way down. Hug it in and grab your elbows and try and stay up. There's more little core activation. There's many things you can do from here, right? But so it should be easier, should be much easier for you to move without the pressure of the floor. And you can release down. Good. Okay. So I hope you could take the important messages from this little how-to. Warm up appropriately. Give your knee time. Do it the right way. It'll be good. Thank you.